Namaste, my dear friends, my dear gods and my dear masters. Today, in 21 ITP, batch 9, day 3, let us look into this topic, the role of willpower in meditation. Such a beautiful word, willpower. And the willpower is related to the third chakra, that is Manipura chakra. That is Manomaya Kosha. Is related, everything is related to your mind. Today, let us understand or remember again how the willpower in meditation works and what is its major role and why it is needed. The first and foremost thing is the willpower is a directing force. We all know that the mind always continuously releases thoughts, and every thought carries the energies for its manifestation. For all our actions, the willpower is very important. The will to do anything, and how strong is the will, then you go in a certain direction. It's a directing force. So who is the force behind all your actions is the willpower. The willpower enormously increases for meditators. Without meditation, the mind is distracted and the energies are distributed among thousands of thoughts. But with more meditation, the energy is directed rather than distributing to multiple sources, multiple thoughts. The energy is now directed towards one force. It is not enough to just use whatever you have. It is always important to develop and strengthen the willpower with every day. For us to strengthen and develop the willpower, the foundation is meditation. It's a great tool. Suppose you decide to do a fasting for one day. And when you do the fasting, after one day, the first thing that happens inside you is your willpower increases. If you decide something and when you stick onto it and when you complete it, your willpower increases. With meditation, it gets strengthened much more because the willpower, the will is a result of the mind, and meditation strengthens your mind. You start controlling whether to have thoughts or no. When the density of the thoughts comes down, when unnecessary thoughts goes away, every thought you release will be much more powerful. It is not a one-day game. It is not a few days. Consistency in meditation is very important. When we consistently meditate, our mind will be always in our control. And we will channel our thoughts. All the unconscious thoughts goes away. And consciously you are awake, you are aware and then you release the thoughts. So the willpower is utilized properly. Will is nothing but what you're willing to do, and the power is the energy behind it. You want to do something, and you are adding power to the thought. That is willpower. And with meditation, it becomes like a Vajrayuda. It becomes a very powerful tool. It becomes a weapon inside you. It becomes so powerful that even we will start accessing our higher self, our own self, the higher bodies, the higher mind. Will we start accessing everything? The meditation, the word meditation starts beyond the mind. And your zest, your willingness to experience the over self, the strong thought will open up doors so that one start accessing their higher selves. Conscious decisions. Without meditation, everything in our life is unconscious, sometimes conscious. The unconscious things dies when we start doing meditation. Consciously, you will start living. Without meditation, we will impose our willpower to control others. We will destroy others by forcing our thoughts. When we start meditating, we don't force others. Rather, we use that same force to develop discipline inside us. And we use that same force to take conscious decisions. When your buddhi increases, when the mind doesn't oscillate, you will start taking conscious decisions, and we never regret it. Else, we take unconscious decisions. Later, it would be sometimes very late. The more and more the willpower gets stronger, in the past 20 years, my willpower became very strong. So any obstacle comes in my path, I can very easily break it because when I want to do, I want to do. We will resist all the distractions. There's no distractions because the mind is in our control. The mind listens to us. When I want to commit and do meditation sessions, I stick to it, I do it. And more, we execute anything we consciously decide, our willpower constantly keeps increasing. The final goal is the soul evolution, the expansion of the soul. And for the spiritual growth and the evolution of the consciousness, willpower is related because the willpower sits in the third chakra, Manipuraka chakra, which is your astral body. When the astral body releases from the physical body, every other body start releasing from that. And that is how we go, we observe, we absorb, we learn, we evolve. When the astral body don't come out consciously during meditation, there is no way the evolution takes place. Your willingness, all the strength you gather in meditation, all the powers you gather in meditation should help in your evolution, not to control others. It is for your self-control. And every time we meditate, we purify ourselves, we refine ourselves. Every time you read a book, you purify yourself, you refine yourself. Every time you listen to an experience from others, you purify yourself, you refine. We'll start aligning the body, mind, intellect, and the soul. Your thought, the word, deed becomes one. It becomes so pure. The alignment cannot be achieved 100% immediately, but you will start aligning yourself. Our focus should be, that is, our willpower focus should be on love, joy, and beauty, not on hatred, not on jealousy, not on comparison, not on judgments, not on guilt. When you focus on the joy, the beauty, you are uplifting your consciousness. The very action you take, this moment, should uplift your consciousness, should expand your soul. It should not bring you down. When you use your willpowers rightly, you will start getting profound experiences in meditation, the insights in meditation. Where you are focusing right now, that doors opens up. And when you decide, I want to have spiritual experiences, what is the driving force which is always motivating you to focus there is your willpower. Somebody speaks something, somebody says something you wanted to do, but who is the person who is pushing you always to achieve that is your strong willpower. We can never have anybody always next to us pushing. That is not mastery. The force within you should push you. We always have our personal will and divine will. That is personal goal and the purpose of life. You can align both. I have aligned my personal life and the spiritual life. Everything has become one life. This alignment is only possible when we have meditation, when we use the willpower. Finally, everybody should get greater clarity in life. If we don't have clarity, we live with assumptions, we live with illusions, we live like robots. The clarity in life is very important. What I have to do, when, why. Meditation gives you answer for all these things. You must know the purpose of your life. Why am I born? And once you know your purpose of life, you must see whether my word, thought, and actions are those aligned to this purpose of life. And finally, the spiritual fulfillment can happen only through this. Thank you, my dear friends.